Hey there, so this video is going to show us how to edit this drop-down menu in the 360 Panos for when you have a scenario that requires a different set of photo key plans than are set up in the template. So in the template we have one of the more common scenarios of site photo key plan, floor photo key plan, and roof photo key plan, but there could be instances where you need a photo key plan for, say, first floor, second floor, third floor, or site, first floor, mezzanine, and you want to be able to change the menu titles and have the triggers, have the drop-down menu still work so that it pulls the correct plan down. So you'll notice, say I didn't know how to do any of this and I kept the drop-down menu as was in the template, and you see that my floor still works because that was in the template. But when I go to roof, because this particular example has a mezzanine photo key plan in it, when I go to click roof, it goes to the correct photo because I told it to go to that photo when I click mezzanine, or when I click that particular option, but it doesn't pull down the correct plan, and it doesn't change the drop-down menu title. And I'll show you how that works. That is because there are these things in the skin called node triggers that that use the tags of each of the photos to tell the drop-down menu what to do, basically. So if you remember, in one of the first steps of the 360 photo process is to organize the photos into their appropriate plans. And so here you see the person had changed this to mezzanine. So all the tags, of those photos that were of the mezzanine, or that were pulled into the tour browser, have the tag mezzanine. But then you notice that this trigger is triggering off the tour node tag roof. So because that says mezzanine, when you click roof, it's looking for any photos that were tagged with roof, and so it's not doing anything. And the reason that is because what this plan drop-down menu is saying is to go to photo 101. And because photo 101 has a tag of mezzanine and not roof, nothing is happening. So if we change the tour node tag in the trigger under node marker to say mezzanine, when photo 101 is triggered, the tour node tag mezzanine will also be triggered, and thus it's having, because this trigger is set up to do these actions, it says to change the off canvas element, change element floor plans to move down to show. So basically what's that doing is this mezzanine element up here is being asked whenever there's a tag of mezzanine to move into the correct location on canvas element. And the second action that trigger is doing whenever there's a photo that has the mezzanine tag, it's telling it to set the value of the plan drop-down menu title. So it's also changing this menu title to say whatever you tell it to say. So these are the two things when you have different floor plans that are in the template. These are the two things that you want to change to correspond with your folder name or the tag name that you applied. So in this case, we want to change this tour node tag under node marker to say mezzanine. And then we want to double click on the set value under actions, and this is setting the value of the plan drop-down menu title. We want that to change to say mezzanine. So that way, whenever a mezzanine photo is selected, the appropriate name will show up in the drop-down menu title. And then the last thing is just this actual drop-down menu. So the menu title is different than the actual menu. The menu title is just what shows up in this top box, but the drop-down menu is actually the items that show up in the menu when you open it. So we'll go to the roof, and we'll change this under text to say mezzanine. So, and then that's it. And then those triggers should work, since those are the tags that we have in our photos. Those are what our photos are tagged with. So say I had a third floor. I want to change site to third floor. I would, again, just to recap, change the text of this drop down to say floor 3. And then I would go to the site trigger and I would change my tag to say floor 3 to match the tag that the photo is tagged with, and I would change the set value action to say floor 3 also. So those are the 3 things that you want to change when you have a different floor plan that's other than in the template. So I'll close this, save it, and then I'll just regenerate my output. So now you can see the output is finished, and we're previewing the output. And if I go to show plan, I can see now that my drop down menu is correct. It now reads mezzanine, and when I click on mezzanine, it brings up that photo 101, which is tagged with the mezzanine tag, which tells it then to bring the mezzanine plan down into view and change the drop down menu title to read mezzanine. So that's how the drop down menu title works, and that's how you can change it to customize it to whatever plan set you need. Alright, thanks for watching.